AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go, Dallas, let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Play action, now it's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
This is Tony Pollard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
He's brought down at the 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. As they run the counter play. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Play action. Tagovailoa got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Looking to pass. Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Cottrell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Option play on 3rd down. A quick toss outright. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Tua going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and then decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd down, Cottrell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On play action, Here's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Tua now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy. 2nd and 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 10 yards out. And the Dolphins head on to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. On first down, Cottrell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
It'd be real interesting to take a look at this play later because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked him down in a hurry. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
This is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 4th down, Brian Flores going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
It would be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. This is Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. It's a keeper with Prescott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. C.D. Lamb, 27 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40, the 30, 10, 5, and can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Boy, that got pretty close to disaster going for 2. You cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for 2 for themselves.
You think electron ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it, it's what you just talked about. What can result?
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Still going inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That kick return falls 1 yard short of the all-time mark as it goes down as a 108-yard return. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point attempt here still to come.
lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Dolphins 33, Cowboys 19.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Now Pollard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain there of 21 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
First down, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should.
Dropping this one off for Zeke, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Dolphins' 8-yard line.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 1.
Give right side. Cottrell. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being